All right, peace, love, and light. This is just going to be the soul guidance for the Aries season soul reading, for the soul reading for Aries season. This is a soul guidance reading for the soul reading for Aries season. If you, oh, excuse me. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me or see more tarot, all of that information is, as always, in the description below. So go ahead and check that out by clicking the title. And while you're there, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, book a personal reading with me, or even tip the tarot reader if you please. I am going to shuffle up our cards, and then we're going to say our prayer, and we're going to begin. So, dear the Divine God, our Holy Father, Yahweh, and our angels, thank you for being the highest form of good in our lives, for keeping our heads on straight and straying us away from negativity as best as possible. And thank you to the angels for the assistance that they have brought today and assistance they'll bring during this reading. Right now, I'm asking that you guys bless and protect this space, as well as the viewers and myself, to ground us in our energy so that way we know what messages to receive, and to gift us the keen discernment to know what to do with the knowledge received as well. Please grant us the ability to keep our personal opinion and bias to the side if you so choose, the strength to continue on, and the clarity needed to focus. And anything else that you deem worthy for this reading, please allow us to be the vessels to receive and deliver. Amen. Ashe. All right. Ace of Cups. What is it? It's something of my cup shall pour over, or my cup shall poureth over. My cup is filled over. It's an overspilling cup. And no, I'm not told to give that message through there, but something is important about this overspilling cup. I can honestly say that. Well, never mind. That's telling me I got to do a love reading after this. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what is the soul's guidance for Aries season. We are hidden this season. We don't want to come out into the light. We don't want to share ourselves, but we are in Empress energy. We are lush and luscious. We are exuberantly abundant. We are elegant. We are graceful. We are assured. The Empress is always assured of herself. She does not make any movement that is wrong to her or for her. Everything that she does is a benefit. And if you are a correct Empress, a balanced Empress, then everything that you do is not only a benefit, but it is a nutrient to self. It serves the self, it feeds the self, and it keeps you healthy. You, in all of your moves and all of your actions and all of your life, keep yourself healthy. You are healthy this season. That is the archetype that the soul has for Aries season. Is an archetype of self sufficiency in a efficient way. Because remember, the Aries, the soul reading for Aries season is all about this revitalization of the self, this sophistication of the self. We are becoming we are becoming sufficient again. And what I read about this ghost dance, because it called me before I started this reading, it called me to read it again in order to see that the key is to connect to ourselves this season, and it's specifically to connect to the inner child. That is the baseline, that is the beginning, that is the foundation of becoming that natural self that the spirit is pushing us into this season. So really what it is that we have to align our spirit and we have to align our soul. That's why it's very adamant that you do not change yourself or change anything about you anymore. It's all about just connecting and beginning that relationship with the self and to the self. And how do we begin that? By being the Empress. By being sufficient, abundant, and assured. We have to be confirmed about every option that we have in life. And now I'm having my own revelation, and I'm awakening myself again, that when we are to be confirmed about everything in our life, that means that every option and every option of the experience around you is something for you. Everything is beneficial for somebody in specific that is watching this, or maybe one of the intertwined, like one of the people around me, one of the angels or somebody around me. You have to tap into Abraham Hicks 101. The thing is, things are always working out for you, and that is the beginning base of entering into the balanced state of the Empress, is to know that everything is always working out for you. Every single option and every single experience that you encounter is all for you. It's all for you. Ooh, that Ace of Cups is back again. So this comes out with the King of Cups reversed, Death, Magician, and the Ace of Cups in the center, and then the Page of Cups reversed as well. These two reversals are representing a scale for me. And then this is the balance of the scale. This is the scale itself. This is the holding of the scale. This is the center of the scale. Death, Magician, and the Ace of Cups. And this is telling me that through this ending of fear, scarcity, and stress, we're ending fear, we're ending scarcity, we're ending stress. We're ending the state of being of self that was always worried about problems happening, whether they created them or it was created around them or it was created with them or something of that nature. But this is also letting me know that within your soul you had a improper perception of life and the experience around you and about you. You are not the creator of all your problems. Sometimes problems come in life that are directly from God, that we are meant to solve, to find, and when we solve it, we gather an answer. We have an answer inside of us. We gain an answer inside of us that solidifies a knowing for our entire life. Sometimes God creates problems just to elevate and grow us into a answered one, into a correct person, into a right being. So you're not the creator of all problems in your life. Sometimes it's God, sometimes it's Satan, sometimes it's angels, sometimes it's demons, sometimes it's friends, sometimes it's family. You are not the problem all the time, and you are not the problem. You are not the creator of problems in your life. But then specifically for people who are resonating with this reading and watching this reading and things of that nature, you guys are not the problem at all. You're not the problem. You're not the problem. And you have to go on a soul journey in order for you to realize you are not the problem. And the answering to that soul journey is just realizing that you are not the problem. You were just taught how to live as a problem. But you're never the problem. You are the answer. And you're always the answer, and you always will be the answer. But your teachings from, the authority figures that raised you and the society that you developed within, or developed you, or that you developed because of, taught you how to live as a problem. And how does that work? For example, they taught you that when somebody does not like you, you retaliate. And that is living as the problem. And even though you are the answer, you still lived as the problem. So it seems like you created a bunch of problems and issues in your life, but you did not. You did not create a bunch of problems. You did not create a bunch of issues. You did not create a bunch of negativity. You answered these problems. And now that you're in this certain state of your life where you have answered all of the problems that shall ever come to you in your life, it's all about being the solving of the problem. It's all about completing them. It's all about having a finishing finality to these problems. And that's what's entering into your life as we are being the Empress this season, is the solving. We are finishing things. When death comes, when the death major arcana card comes, it is a symbol of a finality. It is a symbol of a finishing. It is a symbol of that you will never come back this way again. This is not a card that represents reincarnation. This is a card that represents finishing. This is a card that represents ending. This is a card that represents moving on and never coming back. So if you receive this card and somebody was talking about your next life, you're never going to come back. Like, for example, if you're getting a reading on your human experience and your human life and you get this card, you're never going to be human again. It's stuff like that. And I don't want everybody to be thinking like, oh, I'm never going to be human again. I'm just going to plain old not exist. No, you're going to, like, some people are going to go on to heaven and be an angel for the rest of their life. Some people are going, well, for the rest of their existence. Some people are going to go on to hell and be a demon for the rest of their existence. Some people are going to go on and be like a cow or a dog or a cat or a bird or a spider or an insect or, well, not a plane. But, you know, they're going to be something else for the rest of their existence. They're never going to be this again, you know. It's that type of situation. And then you have the magician. This magician is all about pulling down from the heavens, and it's not the ethers, it is more so the non-material. This magician is pulling from the non-material into the material. He's pulling from the non-physical, well, it's not really non-physical, it's just the unmaterialized. And it's not really unmaterialized, it's non-material. So it's like the imagination, the world where we only see, but we do not feel, we cannot touch, we cannot really grasp. The world that the third eye sees, the mind's eye sees. He's pulling from there into the physical world. So this is like the creating of your dreams, the creating of your hopes, your wishes, your fantasies. So as you are making this final ending in your life, you're moving on into creating your hopes, wishes, and fantasies. And that's going to have your cup overfilled and overfilling. And the thing about when your cup is overfilled and overfilling, excuse me. Okay, I'm being held. I cannot say that anymore. I can't go into that lesson yet. It's just not prepared for you guys yet. And that's crazy. My guides are like, for everybody that's going to watch this reading, that you can't say that lesson yet. So, but we got the King of Cups in the reverse and the Page of Cups in the reverse. This is what's on the scale. So we're moving on into creating a blissful efficientness. We're moving on to creating a blissful efficientness. And what's weighing on this scale is creating it. And what's weighing on this scale is being emotionally removed. And the reason why this King of Cups is in the reverse is because even though he's emotionally removed, he's still mentally present. And the thing is, if he was in the upright, he would be emotionally reserved and mentally aware. But I feel the right thing and the right way to go is to be emotionally removed and mentally absent, is to completely recall yourself from the experience at hand. So as you are the Empress, it is a recalling of you, yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, your energy, and all that, all those things. It's a recalling of that coming back into you and removing it from what was once before. And then there is the Page of Cups in the reverse, which is indulging. And this is indulging in the things that make you glad. So this is telling me that for Aries season, for the soul, the thing that you need to do is indulge in all of the behavior that makes you glad. Whatever makes, not happy, not okay, not blissful, not joyous, whatever behavior makes you glad, that is what you are to indulge in. You are to remove yourself emotionally and make yourself absent to all that you wanted to gather but could not obtain. From all of the things that you could not pick up, from all of the things that you had to miss out on. And remember, no matter what, rejection is protection. So if you missed out on it, it was for a very beneficial reason. So whatever you missed out on, you recall yourself from it. You remove yourself from it, and you make yourself mentally absent, meaning don't look at it, don't think about it, don't interact with it, don't talk about it, don't talk to it. Whatever the situation may be, do not. Just do not. And the correct word is abdicate. So it's abdicate your mind, and remove your emotions from the field of life that you were just not meant to be in and not supposed to be in. You were just not meant to be there, and you were not supposed to be there. Wrong location. Hey, oh well, just the wrong spot. That's all it is. So what else for the soul for Aries season? I feel not to go there, but we all feel to go here. So you got the devil and the Knight of Pentacles. Now the devil raised his hand, and in his raising of the hand there is a summons and a declaration, and asking for a job to be done over you, for you, and with you affecting it. And this job has to be, this job is about, this job pertains to you not moving your lifestyle forward, and you standing firm and subjectively objective towards the experiences around you. It's like you need to learn to continue on what you are doing. You need to learn to continue on your path, no matter what is around you, no matter what's around your way, no matter what's around your experience. You need to learn to continue on your behavior, continue on your actions, continue on what you are doing. And the reason that this is happening is because of there are no laws. There are no laws. There is nothing within you that stops your behavior from there's nothing within you that stops your behavior from behaving the wrong way. You have no internal laws that reject you from certain experiences. And this is why I couldn't get to the lesson that I wanted to get to, because you need to learn this one first. And this one lesson will cover the other two lessons that you need to learn in order to access the lesson about the Ace of Cups. So the lesson is that you need some internal laws, some internal boundaries that are going to keep you safe. You need to learn to reject yourself from certain experiences, because certain experiences that you can place yourself in, or will place yourself in, or have placed yourself in, can cause you harm. Like, for example, if you know hanging out with Billy, Bob, Joe, and Ashley always gets you into a drunken night where you can never recover, and you're always late for work the next day, and that's something that they do every Friday, every weekend, and you know that it's bad for you, because when you hang out with them, you forget about your life, and you forget about your responsibilities and your requirements and your accountabilities and all things of that nature. Then you need to stop hanging out with Billy, Bob, Joe, and Ashley on the weekend. Hang out with them Monday through Thursday, but Friday to Sunday, you don't need to interact with them, because you can't control yourself, because you can't say no, because you have that problem. So you need to learn that there are certain experiences in life that you need to control yourself from, and that is not God's responsibility. It is your responsibility to learn how to control yourself, because one day, even though in this human experience God is with us all the time, one day we are going to have an experience when God is not with us all the time. And no, I'm not saying, oh, you're going to go to hell and burn. No, you're going to grow up and be old enough to manage and maintain and sustain your life on your own, and you're not going to need God hovering over you, around you, through you, with you, protecting you and taking care of you all the time. And that is what God is evolving and growing us into, people that are able to maintain and be able to live on our own. God doesn't want to be our father taking care of us all the time. He wants to be our friend. He wants to be our family. But he does not want to be the caretaker all the time, because you never get to see the full experience of him that way. You never get to truly meet him all the way when he is the disciplinarian. I mean, the one that disciplines you, the one that punishes you, the one that nurtures you and takes care of you. When he's always teaching you something and always in teacher mode, you can never experience the other personalities, the other not character types, but the other like traits of him. You can never experience that if he's always in teacher mode and teacher mode only. So take your lessons so that way you can grow and evolve into the blessing of truly being with Yahweh. So we have the Three of Swords and the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is about indulging in that happiness. But this is like getting drunk in the sweetness of rejection. And then you have the Three of Swords here. The beating heart that it's the heart that beats with pain. And what I mean by this is these three swords are forever in it, and every time the heart beats, it moves up and down on the sword, so it's always feeling this hurt and this pain. I'm seeing that you guys have a real for sure problem here. There is a real for sure issue within this experience, and the real for sure issue that is within this experience is that you have turned yourself into seeing the rejective lifestyle as a sweet thing to endure and a pleasant experience to have, when you are not supposed to look at negativity pleasantly. You are not supposed to look at bad things happening to you as it's like you're looking at bad things happening to you as some type of glad thing to endure. It's like you're positive, like your negativity, you're trying to drink as if it is positive. It's like you're trying to take the most tartest and bitter lemonade and drink it as if it has enough sugar in it to be considered juice. And it's like, no, that's not how you're supposed to live. So it's like how these experiences play out is like when somebody is bullying you or irritating you or fighting you or abusing you, you keep them around and you keep interacting with that experience and you keep enduring that experience because you're like, well, I love that they're touching me, even though they touching you with their fists to your face with all of their might. You like, well, I love that they're, you know, that they say my name, but when they say your name, they call you all types of bitches, hoes, and dumbass tricks. And it's like there's nothing good or beneficial. These people are taking away from your life. They're taking away from your experience. They're taking away from your happiness. They're taking away from your gladness. It's like if you could see these people here reaching for the cup, it's only one cup, and it's only a little bit left in that cup. But they reaching like, oh, come on, share. Let me get a little bit. You're wrong. You're bad. You're horrible for drinking everything in the cup. Baby, it's only this much left. It's only enough for a sip from one person. And y'all already had some because y'all drunk on the floor. It's my turn and it's mine. But every single time somebody comes around you, they're taking your turn. They're taking your spotlight. They're taking your benefits. They're taking your great things. They're taking your gratitudes. And that's where Yahweh is drawing the line at right now, because they're taking the gratitude away from you. They're taking the ability for you to be grateful for anything away from you. They're just removing the gratitude out of your life, and you are going to slowly fall into a depression. If you're not already in one, you're going to slowly fall into a depression, and that depression is going to fall into bring you into a what do you call it? The depression is going to bring you into suicide, and you're going to obsolete yourself. You're going to self-delete. And it's like, before that gets there, let's restore you. Let's bring you back to who you are by removing you from what is negative. If your emotions do not like it, do not accept it. If your emotions do not accept it, do not like it. Don't force yourself to be good with the things that hurt you. If it hurts you, it hurts you. Let it hurt you and leave. Don't leave it hurting you. You leave it alone. It's like those swords that were in your heart. You have to remove these swords. And these swords are representing. And it's like you're trying to take blame for some 26, as I said this. You're trying to take blame for other people's actions of rejecting you. You're trying to say, oh, it's my fault that they don't like me. It's my fault that they put me out. It's my fault that they, took away from. It's my fault that I'm not beneficial towards them. It's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. No, it's not your fault. They just plain old don't like you. Accept it. It's 3 people in your life that just don't like you, and you keep them around, and you have to accept that they just don't like you. How your heart beats, they don't like. How the breath comes out of your nose, they don't like. How the sound comes out of your mouth, they don't like. And these are things you cannot change about yourself. So the thing is to not change yourself, it's to change them from being around you, because you can't change them either. You can't change the fact that they don't like you. You can't change the fact that they don't like the way that you breathe, the way that you move your hand when you just twiddling your fingers and twisting your thumbs, the way that you just, put on your jacket, one arm, then, left arm, then the right arm. They don't like none of that. And these are things that you cannot change about yourself. And I'm going to tell you right now, any single time when somebody does not like the things that you cannot change about yourself, you need to remove yourself from them. You need to leave. Because people like that, they're not going to leave until you don't exist. That's why these swords is sitting inside of your heart, because they're trying to kill you. But the thing is, you got the light that you are, and this fiery will to live and breathe and continue on. And plus, you are protected by heaven's choosing. So you cannot die. You cannot die. But they're going to keep trying to kill you. So why stay with them? Why place yourself in a experience that will harm you? Why place yourself in a place to experience harm? That is an affirmation that you need to continuously tell yourself. Why place myself in a place to experience harm? Why place myself in experience to experience harm? Why place myself in harm's experience? Why place myself in harm's direction? Why place myself in harm's way? It's hurting me. I need to go. It's harming me. It needs to not be. And what is the difference between hurt and harm? Hurt is when your body just feels the pain. But harm is when your emotions and your mind feels the pain. When you are harmed, it is long lasting. When you are harmed after the experience of you being harmed, you're still thinking about it and you're still feeling it as if it still happens today. It is harm that creates trauma, not hurt, harm. You're being harmed and you need to remove yourself from harm. I think this should be the last card, if I'm not mistaken, for the soul guidance for Aries, for the soul. The soul guidance for the... Well, sorry, I'm going to just say it. The soul guidance for Aries season. This should be the last card, if I'm not mistaken. This is not it. One of my spirit guides wants to say that life isn't beautiful, but the goodbyes are. Life isn't beautiful. The goodbyes is what's beautiful. The life isn't beautiful. The goodbyes is. All the riches and money and fame and great things and luxurious experience, like the luxurious things are not beautiful. The goodbyes are. That final moment when you truly cherish and are appreciative and experiencing gratitude for all that you have had in that experience, for all that you have encountered in that moment. The fruit of the spirit that is gratitude is what is beautiful. Not the experience that brought the fruit, but the fruit itself. You have to learn to bite the fruit of gratitude by saying goodbye to experiences that are harming you. Bite your fruit of gratitude. I think what I'm going to call, that's probably what I'm going to call this reading. No, this is not it. The Knight of Cups. Keep moving forward with the emotions that you have. You got So you got strength in the reverse with the Queen of Cups. So we already had the King of Cups in the reverse, but the Queen of Cups is in the upright now. So once we remove ourselves from harm and we cut out pain in our life, because it's like you've developed some type of coping mechanism where it's like your heart can still beat with hurt happening to it. You cannot die with hurt still like a hurt happening to you. You cannot die. Like you cannot die at all. You are not a person that can die. Your death is just not gonna come your way. It's just not. So it's like you can still, your heart still beats and you can still be alive with these swords inside of you, with this pain happening to you. You can still be alive. You can still be fine. You can still be okay. And then you got the Queen of Cups and the Strength card. The Queen of Cups is saying that after you remove yourself from harm. Oh, sorry, I wasn't telling you that you can still be okay for you to actually be okay. I was telling you that you don't realize that this is a negative, wrong, and not good experience or not good thing to have, because you are still okay as you are being harmed. You are still okay as you are being pained. Like, just imagine, you know how a heart beats when it beats it. You know, it's like, you know, it shrinks and then goes and expands. And that shrinking and expanding with these swords in it, it's forever getting cut. The wound never closes. It never heals. It never scabs over. It never bleeds out. It's just always there. And the wound is always there because you're keeping these people that do not like you around you. You know exactly who they are. You're thinking about them right now. So you got the Queen of Cups and then you got the Strength card. The Queen of Cups is telling me that after you remove yourself from harm by taking those people that do not like you out of your life, you are sufficiently and gracefully well. You're doing more than okay in life. You're not doing great, but you're doing more than okay in life, enough to sustain yourself without worry of what will happen because of someone else being in your life. You will no longer have those thoughts in your mind of like, well, I can't really go to the movies because Bob is going to act like this. Well, I can't dance at the party because Jane is going to pop me upside the head when she sees me. It's like you no longer have to worry about negativity coming your way because of the people that you keep around you. And it's like anytime that you run into those experiences where you're like, well, damn, I can't do what I want to do because somebody is going to hurt me or harm me. Remove those people from your life. Stop talking to them. Go ghost. You got the ghost dance here. Go ghost. And then you got strength in the reverse. With you specifically, the soft side of you is the strongest. The soft side of you is strength. The soft side of you is the greatest side of you. So great that when it gets hit, it does not feel hurt, pain, or any symptom or singular experience of it. Like, I could throw a boulder at this woman here and she would act as if a leaf hit her in the face. I could throw a boulder at her face and she would just be like, oh, and like a leaf hit her in the face and she would just be shocked. She wouldn't be hurt. She wouldn't be pain. She wouldn't feel any type of negative, like harmful or painful emotion. And that is because she is sufficient and well. That is because she is okay. And this is a direct experience of the fact that you kept those 3 people around you and you learned how to be okay with constant negativity and constant pain being thrown at you. One thing that I do have to say before I'm gonna pull one more card and then I gotta clear this up. One thing that I do have to say is that when you shit, I lost it. Maybe it's not meant to be said right now. No, it's not. Alright, because I was going to get you together, girl. Or whoever you are. Or whoever y'all is watching this. I was about to get y'all together. Then you got, okay, so this comes out, the strength card, the softer side is what makes you sufficient and able to maintain and sustain. And this softer side is your best side and your greatest side and your strength, because it opens you up to the good nature that you are. And as long as you apply that good nature to yourself, you are good enough to continue on. Just like you won't let nobody, you don't want nobody else to get bullied, you shouldn't want yourself to get bullied. You don't want nobody else to get hurt and pain, harmed. You're going to stop somebody if you see somebody getting bullied and you know you can stop them, you're going to stop them. That's the same thing that should be happening with you. When you feel yourself getting bullied, hurt, pain, problem picked on, stop it. Be your savior, be your safety, be your warrior. Fight for yourself to be safe, to be okay, to be fine. So you got the Hermit card, you got the 4 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles. This 4 of Swords is laying down and surrendering, but with this is the story behind it. He's laying down and surrendering to the will of the wolf pack around him, and this wolf pack that is around him is here to teach him how to be strong. They're here to teach him how to fight. So he's surrendering to the will of the fight, and through this surrender to the will of the fight comes a successful life where you can abundantly share the beneficial things of your environment. What sustains you is what you can share. What feeds you is what you will be able to share. What's sweet and what's good to you is what you will be able to share once you learn how to fight. And then you have the 9 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. This 9 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles are both in the reverse. This 9 of Wands is saying that there is some type of feared state of crazed insanity that is bringing us to move towards places that is not home. And then this this Hermit card is telling me that we are on a cloaked mission of some type of like mystical request. You have been asked to learn the way of the wolf, so that way you can share the goodness of you and also walk past the moments that make you crazy. You have been asked to go on a journey to learn how to live like a wolf, so that way you cannot be driven crazy anymore. You're being asked to heal yourself. You're being asked to heal your mind and your emotions by healing your soul. And the thing is, it's the complete soul that needs to be healed. It's the complete soul that needs to be healed. So we got one last card. And it's the 7 of Pentacles. And just in case I need that clarifier, that's that. It's the 7 of Pentacles reversed. You're carrying a whale inside of you. W-A-I-L. Look that word up. You're carrying a whale inside of you. And it's causing you to be... It's causing you to be non-active in your life. You're just going around doing a bunch of things. And as Yahweh is protecting you, you're living this unactive life. Because of a stilled anger inside of you, the fact that you're driven crazy. Sorry, hold on, let me read this. You've been in the wild all alone. You've been in the wild all alone, and it's like this is your first experience in the wild all alone. So you're on like a super peaked mode of sensing everything that is dangerous. But it's like anything in the world could be dangerous, because too much of anything kills. You know, if I put too many scrunchies on my wrist, I could cut off my circulation. Next thing you know, my hand is dead. You know, I wear glasses too much or too many times. Next thing you know, I'm just fucking blind for the rest of my life and shit. You know, it's like I drink too much water, I could die. I don't eat enough food, I could die. So it's like so many things can kill you, and you're on super mode of like, everything can hurt me. If the pillow falls from too high up in the sky, I could get hit in the head and knocked unconscious, and then I'll never eat and die, and shit like that. And it's like, no, calm down. Calm down. You can make yourself safe. So how can you make yourself safe? And you also have a boredom in life because you didn't did everything that you could have. And it's like this thing is that you are in is you are having a midlife crisis. But this is because you finished the first segment of your life. You completed it. And it's time to move on into something else. You learned all that you can learn. And now it is time for you to do what? Create dreams. And live life how you want to live life based off of, and never forget the lessons that you learned, because they taught you how to live life. Now it's time for you to do what you want to do. So it's time for you to get up and do it. I didn't forgot what I was going to name this reading, but that's all that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to book a personal reading with me or see more tarot, all of that information is as always in the description below. So go ahead and check that out by clicking the title. And while you're there, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Book a reading if you feel so led to do so, if you really want to do so, if you feel the need to do so. Go ahead and book a reading and tip the tarot reader. Peace, love, and light, and as always, be great.